Hi, this video will showcase converting rows to columns and vice versa and produce the desired presentation. We will first normalize the input data and then denormalize it to convert it to the desired format. In the file system, I have an input and output folder. In the input folder, let us see the contents of the input.xlsx file. It shows salary, empcode and designation of the employee names. We wish to transform the name columns to rows. I am in Process Studio. I have created a project and workflow, Row Normalizer and Denormalizer. Let us begin workflow creation. Drag and drop a Microsoft Excel input step. Choose a suitable driver, browse your input file, and add it to the list of selected files. In the Fields tab, get the fields from the header row. Let us change the type to string. Go back to the Files tab. You can make the file path dynamic to the current workflow directory. Click OK. Next, let us drop the Row Normalizer step. It is a step in the transformation plugin. It generates normalized data from denormalized information. In the step, provide the list of fields you want to normalize. In the type field, provide the name of the type field. Let us call it column for all the column contents, that is the employee names. Click the Get Fields to retrieve the fields coming in on the stream. In the field names, provide the names of the fields to normalize. So let us remove the header name. In the type, give a string to classify the field. So let us leave it to the default name itself. In the new field, you can give one or more fields to transfer the new data value to for normalization. So we will provide only one field for all the names. Click OK. Next, drag and drop the Sort Rows step. Sort rows by the type field, which is column. Click OK. The sort step is a prerequisite for the next Denormalizer step, which also performs an aggregation. Next, let us drag and drop the Row Denormalizer step. The Row Denormalizer is a step in the transformation plugin. It denormalizes data by looking up key value pairs in the normalized data and assigning them to new fields in the output rows. It also allows you to convert data types immediately. This method may use aggregates and needs the input rows sorted on the grouping fields. Let us configure it. In the key field, specify the input key we are transforming, that is name. In the group field, you can get the fields. However, retain the field that makes up the grouping here. Since we are generating the column, we will group by the column field. In the target fields, provide the field names to denormalize: salary, empcode, designation. In the value field name, specify the value for the key field. That is the field for the new data. In our case, it is row. And in the key value field, provide the input values corresponding to the target fields. In this case, the key values are the same as the target field name. Specify the other options to convert data types if required. Strings are most common as key value pairs. If required, convert to integer, number or date. If you get key value pair collisions, that is, key is not unique for the group specified, specify the aggregation method. Change the type to string for all the fields. Click OK. You get a warning that the Row Denormalizer step should be preceded with a Sort Row step. Acknowledge the message. Next, drag and drop the Rename field. In the Rename field, click Get Fields. You can remove the second row, and we want to rename the column to name. Click OK. Finally, drag and drop a Microsoft Excel output step to store the data in the new format. For the file name, let us browse the destination. Go to the output file. Let us create a file called employee. Click Save. Now let us go to the Fields tab and click the Get Fields. So we will store the name, salary, empcode and designation. Change the type to string. Go back to the Files tab. You can make the file path dynamic to the current workflow directory. Click OK. The workflow is complete. We are now ready to execute the workflow. Let us run the workflow. Let us go to the Preview tab. So the Microsoft Excel preview shows the data in the Excel file. The Row Normalizer has normalized the data. As you can see, it has several records of salary, employee code, designation for the column values. The Sort Rows has sorted the column, and the Row Denormalizer has denormalized the data, as you can see, in the required format. Now we have renamed the column to name and stored in the Excel file. Let us also check the Excel file. It has created the employee.xls. Let's open the file. As you can see, it has stored the data in the expected format. We saw how to normalize pivoted data and then denormalize it to the desired format. Thank you for watching.